everybody. How we doing? And we are back live with another Around the Ropes podcast episode right here. As always, I'm John. I'm joined by the two most knowledgeable people in the wrestling world. Let me first throw it over to Mr. Peterson. Ryan, what's going on, buddy?
What's going on, guys? How you doing tonight?
Doing good. We got a first comment coming in from our friend Billy. What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, Billy? Billy.
Glad you're watching us tonight. Let me throw it over now to the guy whose team I actually will admit made it to the Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.
Casa, what's going on, man?
Yeah, everything's good, man. I'm excited to talk about the Rumble and everything that happened this week in wrestling. So let's get to it, man.
Yes. We have a lot to get to tonight. We will be joined tonight by current BCW and Pro Wrestling Magic Women's Champion Ruthless Lawler will be joining the show tonight. Yeah. And of course, guys, we'll have all your fallout from the Royal Rumble, and we'll also get into what happened on the last episode of Dynamite, which saw Mark Briscoe make his official debut on AEW TV, taking on Jay Lethal in a tribute to his brother.
Mm-hmm.
But guys, actually, before I even get to that, of course, guys, you want to subscribe to us, you certainly can. Go to our YouTube page, hit the subscribe button. It costs you nothing, does us wonders. You want to find us on our socials. We're on every social media account you can think of. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram, you name it, we're there. But guys, before we get into any of that, I've been teasing on Facebook the last couple of days.
Yeah.
And we have a major blockbuster announcement.
Mm-hmm.
And go ahead.
I think for this one, you should go full screen on this one.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Mr. Producer. Carl, of course, is behind the scenes right now. But, guys, you've been watching the show from the get-go. You know, every so often we have some announcements to make. No, we're not trying to become the next Tony Khan here. But every so often we try to make steps. We try to improve the show. And I can officially announce right now that you can now hear our show on all of your streaming platforms. So in case you miss us live, you can now catch us on Apple Podcasts, now on Spotify, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, you name it, we're there. So now, guys, the way this is all going to work out now is obviously we'll have our live show every Tuesday night, but if you miss the live show, you don't have time to go watch us back on YouTube, go to any of your streaming platforms, go to your local podcast store, grab it there, and you can now hear us live. The Around the Ropes podcast will be live as of Wednesdays at 8 a.m. Casa's show will be live as of Fridays at 8 a.m. And Sports Book will be live as of Saturday at 8 a.m. So that is the announcement right now that we are now available on all of your streaming platforms. So I will that was basically the big announcement. So, guys, what do you guys think?
Oh man, I'm excited. I'm excited about that, man. That's basically what I've been waiting for since the beginning of the start of this network here, man. So it's very exciting. It's incredibly exciting. I'm excited about it.
Ryan, what about you?
I'm the same way. It's fantastic. I love it.
Because, folks, I look at it this way. In case you miss us and you want to listen to the show, but you don't want to sit there and watch and be on your phone going like this, going, okay, when are they going to get to this? Now, all you just got to do is go to your local podcast store, wherever you get your podcast from, type in the ATR network, and pull it up, and we'll be there. Like I said, usually going to take about a day or so. Usually the next morning after the show is live is when the show will be available on all podcast streaming services. So, guys, it's a new way to listen to the show and get in touch with the show. But that was the big announcement. But time where all the pleasantries are done, we have a Royal Rumble to get into.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, we do.
2023 Royal Rumble took place. And, folks, I want to send a big shout out to our buddies over at the Four Corners Network, John Pun Rodriguez and Chris Rex. They did a watch along for it. I was on for it. It was a lot of fun doing it. And it was nice being on it. But let me get your guys' take on this. And anybody who's watching, let me know as well what you guys think. Before we dive into the actual show itself, looking at it from bird's eye level, Ryan, I'll throw it to you first. Overall, what do you think of the pay-per-view? or premium live event.
I still call it a fucking pay per view. That's all there is. And I was impressed. I liked it. The fact that they started off hot with the men's rumble match, um, and then they went into the Mountain Dew pitch black match, which that was like okay, that's very interesting. Then they went to a Raw Women's Title match that should have been on Monday Night Raw. Chastise me if you want. Then we had the Women's Rumble match, and then we had the main event that had basically something that a lot of us saw coming, but holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely dive more into it. But Casa, what about you? What were your overall thoughts on the pay-per-view?
I don't know if we're gonna say this to the end, but I'll just say that at the beginning and then reiterate at the end. I think it was a 9.5 out of 10. 9.5 out of 10, and that's the highest I've rated a pay-per-view in a long while. I think it was really well done. Really well done.
I see what you're saying, and I know I'm going to get chastised for it, but I thought there were some moments on that show that I think could have been done better or could have been done differently. Let me phrase it that way.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I would say is that the only, and I know we're gonna get into this afterwards, but the only error that I think the WWE as a whole made is kind of like revealing the fact that Cody Rhodes was gonna be in the Rumble if they wanted him to win it, which he did, right? So yeah. I think they should have kept that as a surprise factor, even though we kind of already knew that it was gonna happen. It would be better if he won it as a surprise entrant.
Well, let's actually dive right into that.
Yeah,
because you started off Saturday night with the Men's Royal Rumble. Yeah, and if memory serves you right, I think the only surprises you had were you had Booker T,
yeah,
Edge,
yeah,
and who was I don't remember who the third was. Well, I don't know if you can consider Cody to be a surprise.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
But then who was it? I know there was three surprises because there was three empty. There was three.
Logan Paul.
Yes.
Oh, Logan Paul. Yeah.
On paper, I felt that the Women's Rumble was better than the men's.
Yeah, of course. I think so too.
I felt the men's was way too predictable. Don't get me wrong. Before I start getting chastised, don't get me wrong. I think the performance that Gunther had was
Gunther
was incredible. I thought the performance of some of the other guys was incredible. But everybody and their mothers knew that Cody was going to win it.
Yeah, they should have had like I don't know how I can say that. They should have had like multiple endings kind of, or like an ending where like maybe both participants' feet hit the floor, maybe, or something like that. So I don't know. Like it should have been a little bit different. Yeah.
Problem is, WWE and Kasi, you said this before, and I agree with you. Yeah. WWE kind of put themselves into a pickle here.
Yeah.
When they announced that Cody was coming back, I read something that they said that the reason why they announced Cody coming back was on the sole purpose that they were happy with the other returns that they have. Now, obviously, we saw a lot more returns and debuts on the women's side of things.
Yeah.
But with the men's, it was like, first of all, Gunther showing up number one, I was like, wow, I didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, me neither. But Gunther is an amazing. This should put him over the top, though. He's an amazing competitor. He's amazing.
Gunther, to me, solidified himself and got over with the fans.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I just poured an article actually about this. You can catch us over at mbsmedia.com. I think Gunther should win the Money in the Bank briefcase.
Oh.
I really do. That performance he had, to me, is incredible. And the fact that you have a guy in Gunther who held the NXT UK title for over 800 days, I think 870 days was the final count, and currently has the IC title for almost 200. And they already said he's within if he holds the title another 200 days, he's going to break Honky Tonk Man's record.
Yeah. That's crazy.
But I like
Yeah.
also, so what I like also, then Ryan, I'll get to you in a second on this. What I like what they're doing with Gunther is the presentation.
Hell yeah.
They're not having him do 27 aceitos, 3,000 super kicks, 9 million suicide dives. He's doing simple things, but he's there. I love the fact that they presented him as like almost like a killing machine, if that's the best way to put it.
Yeah. Basically, yeah. That's
But-
that's a way to put it.
Ryan, what's your thoughts on Gunther?
Like I said multiple times, they made him a fucking star.
Yeah, exactly.
They made him a star. The fact that I don't think anyone had him go the entire time, honestly.
Mhm.
I mean, I sure as hell didn't.
No.
First of all, I didn't have him start at number one. And second of all, I didn't have him go an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, I know. That's true.
That's insane.
That's true. I love
Now-
that. Yeah.
Well, like John said, in his opinion, the men's rumble was predictable. We all knew that because they decided to say, "Hey, guess what? Cody Rhodes is going to be back, and guess what? He's going to be in the rumble." What happened to the days of them actually saying, "Hey, guess what? Surprise! I'm here." Like what? What happened with that shit?
Well, like I said, that's the only problem I had with the Rumble.
I blame Vince for that one. I don't know. I just blame Vince for everything. But even after it was the final two, they still went another 10 minutes. They had a match. They had a match after at the end of the Rumble. They had their own little match.
Yeah, exactly.
I know
And
some of
every-
those shots were hard hitting.
Oh, every time that Gunther did the fucking chop to Cody on the chest, I'm like, my chesticle.
No, but you can see the you can see like the stabs and shit. It's like,
Well, the funny part is,
goes
you
really
watch the
hurt.
press conference that they did right after, and I think somebody asked Cody, "What was it like being in the ring with Gunther?" And he turned around, he goes, "Yeah." He made some sort of comment of, "Yeah, I should have never made fun of his name change a couple months ago."
Yeah,
If you
that's
remember-
on you, Cody.
Yeah. But I thought overall, I mean, okay, I don't know one of the players we were talking about before was Logan Paul. Logan Paul, to me, basically continued to make the argument about him being a possible main eventer.
I don't know.
I
About
can-
I don't know about main eventer, but he maybe a mid card, maybe in the mid card. Yeah.
Maybe upper mid card.
Yeah, upper mid card.
upper, I would say upper mid, lower main.
Yeah, lower mid.
I will say though,
Yeah.
that since we're talking about Logan Paul,
Yeah.
can we talk about that fucking spot between him and Ricochet?
That's
Oh, hell yeah.
disgusting. Yeah,
That was
that was.
pretty-
Oh,
You can hear the slap. You can hear the slap echo through my TV, man. I was like, what the hell is this? Holy shit.
Costa, you can hear that echo all through the fucking desert out there.
I know.
Also, you heard that kaboom. I'm like, ooh.
That was legit. That was legit for real, man.
So granted, everyone gives Logan Paul so much shit, but I'm gonna be straightforward. He's impressed me in this first few last year.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Him being a possible main eventer down the road.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at what he did with Roman back at Crown Jewel.
The Super Saiyan, yeah.
He can hold his own with some of the top guys in this company. I mean, the one thing they pretty much made clear was who he's going to face at Mania,
Yeah, Seth Rollins, yeah.
which
Oh,
on
that was-
paper-
that's no. On paper, that's gonna be.
But I know you're going to get those people, those wrestling fans who are going to sit there and say, "Oh, I don't want to see Logan Paul and Seth Rollins in a big match at Mania. You're taking away from somebody else who deserves it."
No.
First of all, there's 2 nights of WrestleMania that fell off.
Yes.
I think they can manage.
Oh, yeah. But I think also what you also have to realize, though, Logan Paul is not one of to me, Logan Paul, I put him in the same category as Bad Bunny in this sense. They both took it seriously. They're not like the celebrities who come in and to WWE for hot cup of
Look around,
coffee.
yeah. Joke around, yeah.
They actually took it seriously. I think Logan Paul, if I remember correctly, was getting some training done by Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, he was, yeah. There was an image there, yeah, on the net, yeah.
But I said this before, and I'll say this again. My issue with the Men's Rumble was Cody being announced. Like I said before, had Cody not been announced, my grade, I'll give you the my grade, which we'll give at the end. I know Kasi.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Yeah, I kind of messed that up.
No, you're fine. But I'll give mine at the end. And that sort of explains part of the reason why my grade is not as high as Costa's.
Yeah.
Like, next match you had was the Mountain Dew Pitch Black Neon Glow, whatever the fuck you want to call it, match.
No, but it has a funny name, but to be honest, it was a pretty good match. Which
actually, Billy, if you're watching, I know you just tried the Mountain Dew Pitch Black. I want to see what you think of it.
Yeah, let us know how it tastes.
Yeah, let us know how it tastes, because that's what I'm trying to find, and so far none of the supermarkets out here by me have it.
Yeah,
but
I like. Speaking of the match, I love Bray Wyatt's character, man. I love it, man. I don't know about you guys.
Visually, it was fantastic. It was it was one of the oddest things I've ever seen. On paper, if you take out the fact that it was supposed to be a pitch black match, it was basically a Falls Count Anywhere.
Pretty much.
Yeah, basically.
It was. Well, we don't want to use the Falls Count Anywhere name, so let's come up with a new one. Oh, Mountain Dew, you want to give us $10 million to sponsor the match? Go right ahead, floor's yours.
Yeah.
No pun intended, because the name was actually on the mat.
Yeah. But the only part I found interesting with that was the ending. When on the outside.
Yeah.
He jumped.
Because, first of all, if you watch it closely, Uncle Howdy misses LA Knight by like a mile.
A little bit. A little bit.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I didn't even. Honestly.
He misses him by a good amount. But the interesting part is this, though. If you look at the next camera shot they had after Uncle Howdy goes off that thing, I don't know what the hell that.
Just say the roof. Yeah.
Yeah, the roof. You look up and you see the other members of the Wyatt Six up there.
Oh, you do? I honestly didn't even notice that, to be honest.
Right, you noticed that too, right?
What?
That after
the animals? Yeah.
So now
yeah.
But here's the thing, though. I don't think anybody caught this, but those 4 animals were behind Bray when he was making his way out to the ring.
Really? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even
notice.
To be honest.
Yep.
Wow.
That I did not notice, but I thought on paper, I thought it was a good match.
Me personally, I was actually blown away in a good way by sorry, I'm doing like 3 things at once right now, so I apologize if I'm not, as verbal as I normally am right now, because I'm doing adulting things. So
go ahead.
Fuck, I gotta deal with this later. So one thing none of us knew what was, what this whole matchup was gonna be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it turned out to be freaking, a black light.
Yeah.
It looked
so
like
I'm sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I would say it looked like somebody raided whatchamacallit, Naomi's wardrobe. Billy noticed that she had the 0 version, and it reminded me of the Baja Blast with some grape flavor, maybe. I don't know. If it was caffeine, I can't complain. Oh, okay. All right. So
I will say this, though, in regards to the pitch black match. I will say, someone else pointed this out to me, jokingly, of course, saying, you're using blacklight in a building that has mostly male wrestling fans. What does that tell you?
Oh, it was a big innuendo, I'm assuming.
Yes.
You see, I picked up on that. But no,
Surprising.
On paper, it was a good match. Yes, Carl?
So you guys are talking about this blacklight match.
Yeah.
If you remember when Bray Wyatt became the Fiend, what light were they using for the longest time?
Red.
The red light. So all they're doing is just changing the color of the lighting for his matches.
Yeah, I don't think this could be a continuous thing with him. I think this was a one-off thing.
God, I hope so.
I hope
Exactly.
So. I hope.
We hope so. But John, you got to remember, they did that with when he was the Fiend. This is the 6 steps of Bray Wyatt. So they're incorporating the Fiend in his matches to a degree.
Mhm.
Yeah, despite the fact that Bray already said that the Fiend is dead.
The Fiend might be dead in his mind.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But to the fans in WWE, it's not dead. Because if you think about this, the 6 stages of Bray Wyatt is all his past coming to light now.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
That's true.
The only thing that has not been brought up was when he was McGillicuddy in NXT or the Nexus.
Yeah.
Oh, McGillicuddy.
No,
You mean Husky Harris?
Husky Harris.
Husky Harris, sorry. That's the only time in his career that has not been brought forward.
Yeah.
Everything else is after he left Nexus to now.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. And what's funny is this is all him.
Exactly. But then again, think about it. As you just said, John, this is all him. This is his mindset.
Yeah.
He's the one that designed the Fiend mask.
Yeah.
He's the one that is designing the masks for Uncle Howdy and the other characters. It's not WWE. They're just going along with it. This is his mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In a way, it's a sick, twisted mind, but it's perfect.
Yeah, it's incredible storytelling, to say the least. The whole Bray Wyatt thing right now with the Wyatt 6 is on par. I would say right now I'd put it with the Bloodline.
Yeah. Oh, that's another storyline that we got to get to, man. Oh,
Really, Billy? Thanks, Billy.
Oh my God.
But let's go on now to the next match here, because let's go on to the next match because we still got a couple more matches to look into.
Yeah.
You had I think it was the Raw Women's Title match was next.
Yes.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Can I tell you right now? I thought on paper this was the worst match of the night.
It had a lot of botches and it was a little bit choppy. Yeah.
It was. Yeah. I'm not even saying about the botches. What's the one thing they've been pushing with Alexa Bliss?
Her obsession with
Bray, right?
Yeah.
You never saw that in the match.
Oh, you saw it afterwards. Yeah, afterwards.
You saw it afterwards, but not during. So to me, it's like they've been going this whole path with Alexa, and then all of a sudden we're not going to continue it at one of your biggest events of the year.
Well, again, they did continue it, but not as you expect, not as anybody expected, right?
No,
it was
again, the other thing I'm hoping for is that once this feud is this is the end of that feud. They have to. I mean, as much as I think Bianca's great, don't get me wrong.
No, she's good. I think the rust is on. I think the rust is on Alexa's side a little bit. Yeah.
I wouldn't say the rust was on Alexa. I think the problem is coming out of the men's Royal Rumble and that pitch black match.
Yeah.
It was tough to follow that.
I know.
And then you got the women's Rumble coming up right after.
Yeah.
So I don't blame the wrestlers on that so much. I blame that more on the match setup.
Yeah. I agree.
Because to me, I will get into the Women's Royal Rumble in a second here, but you look at the Raw Women's title match, and it's like the placement of it. You have all the excitement with what we just saw leading up to it. I think honestly, the fans were burnt out at that point.
Yeah. Exactly.
Oh, agreed.
I agree.
And that's why I said I don't blame Alexa and Bianca. I think they're two of the better female wrestlers that the WWE have. I just think it was the placement of where it was that just seemed off to me.
Yeah. So in hindsight, where would you have placed it?
Honestly, for me, I probably would have switched. To me, I would have done them to open.
Oh, them to open. Okay.
Really?
Yeah, I would have had them open. Then you do the men's Royal Rumble. Then if you want to do the pitch black match and then do the women's, I thought that would have been fine.
Okay. Wow. All right.
And then we got another comment coming in from Billy, who says, I think it's something about Alexa not accepting that she's being helped. She thinks she's in control. Losing makes her need Uncle Howdy. That
makes sense.
She's not wrong in that, because if you notice, the last couple of times we've seen Uncle Howdy appear with Alexa, it's been after she lost the match.
Yeah.
Which, if you remember, that was the same thing that they had if you go back to when this whole thing first started with the Fiend, that it seemed like every time Bray kept coming out, it was when Alexa was losing.
Right.
So it's definitely interesting. But now we're going to get on to the Women's Royal Rumble, because this one, I said it before and I'll say it again. This one right now was the better of the two Rumbles.
Yeah, for sure. I loved it.
I personally liked it for the fact that you had an incredible amount of unpredictability. Even though, yes, everybody knew it was going to be Rhea.
No, you can't know. I didn't know it was going to be Rhea. I had a feeling it was.
I chose it was going to be Rhea.
Yeah.
But I didn't expect her to start at number one.
I know. Exactly.
I look at it this way. None of us expected it to be Rhea, but I think it was the obvious choice that it was going to be Rhea.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think when you look at how they started it off with Rhea and Liv, and the fact that they were part of the end, the Final Four,
yeah,
tells you that they have big plans, I think, for Liv in 2023.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, considering also last night she announced that she's going to be facing off against Charlotte Flair at Mania.
Yeah. But I want to get into some of the other names that kind of, I think, put their stamps on having a big 2023.
Okay.
And the first one for me is Raquel Rodriguez.
Ooh. You know what?
Yeah.
You know what? After, okay, so here's the thing. I don't know if it's... Maybe I wasn't paying attention to NXT. I can't say I'm not paying attention.
Oh, hold on. Costa, hold on.
What?
Ryan, our guest, is here.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, is that why you said hold on?
Yeah. Okay. We'll get back into talking about Royal Rumble momentarily, but Ryan, would you be so grateful to introduce?
Is it who I think it is?
It is.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as I'm trying to find myself right now, our guest is here. So, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we wanted to bring her back on. We were supposed to at the beginning of the year, but, things on our end did not go as planned, but we finally got her back on here. So, ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor and privilege to bring to you Miss What Did Larry Do, the Ruthless Lala.
Hold on.
Oh, there goes Lala. There she is.
Hi, Lala.
Oh my God, what's going on, guys?
What's going on, Lala?
I mean, I am actually resting. I'm on a little bed rest for a few days, but I gave my word, so I wanted to make sure that I came in and come and hung out with you guys for a little bit. I'm not gonna stay long, but I'm gonna come and hang out with y'all for a little bit.
I totally understand, but how have you been?
I'm good, except for being on bed rest, collecting belt, beating the shit out of people, respectfully, disrespectfully,
Slapping hoes,
hitting hoes,
hitting
just
hoes. Oh God, speak it. No, oh,
oh,
Carl, go right ahead. I'll be right back, folks.
So, Miss Lala, at the beginning of this year, there was a incident that transpired that a podcast went to apologize to somebody and used their government name instead of their work name. So I asked you your personal opinion about this. Do you want to touch on this, or do we just go right into other questions?
If I present myself to you, as Ruthless Lala, whether you know me as my government name, regardless, you don't do it. You don't say it. There's only a very small amount of people that I let call me by my government name. So it's not a lot of people that can get away with it. So that guy on the other hand, there's just no helping him. He's stupid. Just dumb as fuck. And it wasn't even an apology. You were trying to be funny and smart, but you just look as stupid as shit. If you're gonna ever thank you. If you're gonna ever interview somebody, do your homework, do your research. Don't just automatically think that because this person is coming on your podcast or because you've talked to this person in their spaces for a few times that you're close with them to where you can call them by their government name. That's not how that rocks. You know what I'm saying? And this is not the first time I had to put him in his place. So after this time, he got massively more blocked than what he was to begin with. So it's like, hey.
And I'll be honest with you, Lala. I've seen you. I know who you are. We've spoken outside of the podcast. Yes, I know your government name, but I would never do that. It is disrespectful. And when I heard what was said, I just turned around and said, oh, hell no. That's why I approached you about talking about it here on the show. And you were gracious enough to say, yeah, I'll come on. Like you said, if you know the person, it doesn't matter who they are. If they are a performer, the government name should never be used.
Right.
And what he did was totally disrespectful in my eyes to you as a performer. Because not everybody knows your government name. They know you by your ring name. And that's the way it should be.
I would have felt that after people watched my feud with Isaiah, that they would know not to call me by my government name.
Yeah.
But apparently they didn't get that memo. So, it is what it is. I don't worry about it. There's true power in the block button. So it doesn't bother me at all.
So now that we brought that out, I wanted to bring up something that happened on New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve at Pro Wrestling Magic, you became the new women's world champion. How does that feel?
Congratulations.
Man, I don't really feel like I've still drunk it in yet. It's still something that's oh yeah, excuse me. It's still something that's unreal. Hard work does pay off. And it was good to be able to focus, and not be at war with, my best friend, my wrestling nephew, Isaiah Wolf. So I knew what I wanted to do, and I wasn't going to settle for anything else. And man, it's been crazy, yo. Like it's an honor, it's a pleasure. I'm gonna put as much prestige as I can on that belt, and I'm gonna just keep collecting belts as much as possible, respectfully.
And as I said,
And I've already had a title defense. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool as well. It was I defended the championship, the Pro Wrestling Magic Women's Championship in Ohio.
Yeah.
So
that's amazing. But as I also said to you after the show, it is a well-deserved honor to have you as that title holder.
oh, shuckies, thank y'all.
But also, too, the entire faction is one of the most talented faction I have seen in years.
Yo, I keep telling people, it's a. I'm not even gonna. It's beyond talent. You have by far one of the most dominant family, one of the most dominant family factions ever. You know what I mean? Like, whatever type of style you want to try to bring it prolific, it's gonna legitimately get answered, because you have 4 individuals that are hybrids in their own way that can give you any and everything that you're asking for. So to be part of Prolific, to be part of that family, I'm having a blast. Still just getting started. Stay tuned, because best believe I'm going to continue. We're going to continue to show our naked ass respectfully, not figuratively. So yeah, just want to get that out there to make sure.
But the family is one of the most talented ones I've seen in a long time, and I can't wait to see what more titles you guys can take.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that very much. Very much so. Yes.
John Costa, do you have any questions for our guest?
Sure. I wanted to know. So, to start your wrestling career, was there a particular moment that you had or you saw on TV or whatnot, or an event that you went to that made you say that you wanted to be in the wrestling business? Was it a childhood memory, something like that?
No, I was literally just watching TV and stumbled upon it, and it was I remember it was the Undertaker against Yokozuna, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
And it was around that era where he was getting ready to get betrayed and like all that craziness. If not earlier than that, like I'm old as fuck and I can't really pinpoint it, but it was around that time. It was the Undertaker I was watching that.
Wait a second, you ain't old.
I said what the fuck I said. So it was an Undertaker that captivated me, that made me like, yo, I can do this. Yep. So
nice, perfect.
John.
No problem.
Well, my only question I got for you, obviously you're not only you're the current Pro Wrestling Magic Women's Champion, you're also the current BCW Women's Champion.
Also the Gen Pro Women's Champion. Also
Pro
one half of the WSU World Tag Team Champions. I have 4 belts. People fail to realize that. I have 4 belts.
Yes.
Which of those title wins, in your opinion, was probably your biggest moment? Or which belt do you hold closer to you? Let me put it that way.
All of them. There's no different feeling for any championship belt I have. Every belt that I have is because I went above and beyond, and I didn't take no for an answer to become your new women's champion or tag team champion. You know what I mean? So it's I hold all of them very dear to my heart. They're just I give those belts the same respect that I give my close friends and my family. You try to mess with them, we got a problem. Winning a belt March 19th was something that was crazy and amazing at the same time, because that's like when I returned back to professional wrestling. Winning the Pro Wrestling Magic Women's Championship belt was something that just added on to me returning and not stopping until I got what I want, and not stopping until I got back to where I used to be before I had to step down. And then winning the Gen Pro Women's Championship, it's been a lot. And then at the same time, I've been knocking out my dream matches. So it's everything. It's not just about the championships for me. It's about the journey thus far since March 19th up until now. It's a very huge big difference. I'm not that same person that I was March 19th. It took me a while, because sometimes I am my worst critic. So like sometimes I have to stop and just really look back at where I came from and be like, hey, fucker, be proud. Hey, look where we came from. Like, you know what? You're right. My bad. That's on me. So
So my last question for you, Lala, is New Year's Day, actually, at BCW. You won the match, they restarted it, and you lost.
Mm-hmm.
Are you going to have a rematch to show that you did win that match?
O'Shea has moved on and is going on to other things that I guess that he wants to achieve, and that's good for him. I am happy for him. I would never knock anybody's hustle, and I would never take away anybody's respect or grind or shine. And by far, O'Shea Edwards is by far one of the most dominant fucking super heavyweights that I've ever known, and to get in the ring with him and to last, I didn't have no help. It was just me and O'Shea. That match meant a lot to me that a lot of people don't understand. And even if I went into trying to describe it now, it was still beyond comprehension. I'm not done with O'Shea Edwards. I don't care how many people think that I'm crazy, or how many people think that I should mind my business or stay in my lane, or however they want to look at it. I do what the fuck I want to do. I'm not scared of nobody. Never have been, never will be. I have something that I need to prove. And the fact of the matter is, I said I was going to walk in and I was going to knock O'Shea's head off. And I did exactly that.
Yes, you
did. He went night-night. He was sleeping. And I beat him 1, 2, 3. But yet with the unnecessary bullshit in my match, after getting to watch little clips, here we are. So I hope he enjoys, wrestling and doing what he do and being on shows, because I'm not done with him. And the more he wants to ignore me, the more he's going to understand that is by far the worst mistake that he can make. He think it's a game. He's not paying attention. And that's cool. I like when somebody underestimates me, because then when I just start off and whoop their ass and pull up once again, it's even more sweeter for me. So I'm not done with O'Shea Edwards at all. This is not the last time you're going to see Ruthless Lala versus O'Shea Edwards. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to get my rematch, whether he likes it or not, disrespectfully.
Because I was there, Lala. Actually, me and John were there New Year's Day, and you were disrespected by him badly. And when they restarted the match, I'm the loudest person you heard in there saying this was bullshit.
I think you and Isaiah was like going head to head. What the fuck is this? This is bullshit.
Yeah, he was the loudest, but I think I overpowered him a little bit. But
Oh, no,
he
man, that's-
disrespected you, and now he's running like a little bitch because he's afraid of what you're going to do to him.
He can do that. It's fine. I've literally
But
been
you will
working
get
on
him
my
one day.
anger. I mean, I've been working on my anger because sometimes my anger can get the best of me and it can cloud my judgment. But this is not one of those, hey, you beat me and I'm not done with you. Like, I beat your ass. Point blank, period. I whooped you. I showed you what that lariat did, and I also made you breathe. So, with that being said, you can say what you want to say. But once again, I did exactly what I said I was going to do.
You took his head off.
And this wasn't a match that ended how it should have ended. I don't like that. So best believe we're gonna definitely run it back. Whether he feels like he's not going to, I'm gonna fuck how he feels. I'm getting a rematch.
Yeah, I'm already hyped for this match whenever it happens. I gotta find a way to see this. Wow. This is a professional promo right here. Good job, Miss Lala. You are, I will say this, you are one of the best, if not the best, in this industry. So when you do get that rematch, I know you're definitely gonna win for that fact and get your title back. Now to my last question: is there an arena or a destination that you haven't wrestled in yet that you would like to wrestle in?
Oh yeah, man. Myself and Wolf talk about it a lot, and we really want to wrestle in the 2300 arena. That's something that it means something to myself as well as him for different reasons. And now, man, that's that'd be dope shit. Man, I'm trying to remember where it was. GCW had a show there. It was in New York. It was an historic venue.
You talk about the World on GCW?
I believe it was.
Is it in Philly? No, not in Philly.
Yes.
No, it was in New
Yes,
York.
it is. Yes, it is.
Hammerstein.
Okay.
Hammerstein Ballroom.
There, the Hammerstein Ballroom. There, like, oh, that would be dope as shit. Madison Square Garden. I would love to.
Yes.
I can't think of the other ones right now, but like, just yeah.
Madison Square Garden. Oh yeah, that would be amazing. Like I said previously, you are one of the best wrestlers in the business, and I wish you the best of luck with all of your future endeavors. Congratulations on all the championships you've won, and thank you very much for being here. It's an honor to interview you, and we appreciate your presence here. It's very, very welcome. So thank you very much.
But I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
John, don't have a heart attack, okay? We're good. Okay? We're good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
John, she'll hit you with a lariat.
Oh, I please somebody record it. Please somebody record
Hostile
it.
is always trying to get John hit.
Yeah.
So maybe one day, Lala, you missed your target and you hit John. Actually, I forgot, Lala. You have a bone to pick with John from the last time you were on the show.
Oh yeah. You know what?
I forgot about that.
You know what, John? You know what? I'm gonna tell you like this. Only because it's the new year, and I'm in a giving mood. We're not gonna worry about it right now. Like I'm not gonna squash it. I'm still fuck you up, but not right now. Okay, so you're good. You know, you're good to be free and live your life how you need too. And when it's time for me to chastise you, when I'm ready, I'll let you know. You know, I ain't gonna sneak you. I'm gonna let you know the time and date when I'm gonna whoop your ass, so you know when it's coming. Respectfully. And then after that, you know, we're gonna have a couple of shots and just go on with our day.
Okay, that works. That works for me.
That's why I say on her good side, because I don't want to get hit with that lariat. I like this little bald head I got.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I'm gonna get off of here. I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and continue doing y'all show. I love y'all. I appreciate all the love and support that y'all have given me thus far and continue to give me. I'm sending all my positive vibes and energies to y'all. Y'all have by far an amazing night. Thank you for having me on. Any other time I can come on, I gladly will. Thank y'all for having me, and I massively appreciate y'all.
Like I said, Lalo, the door is always open for you to come back on.
I love y'all, and I appreciate it so much. Thank y'all.
All right.
Go get some sleep, and we'll be in touch.
Peace out.
That was Ruthless Lala. Carl, why do you always have me getting killed by every wrestler we ever have on this show?
You were the one that opened your mouth that night, John.
Okay. Maybe I got hit in the head too many times, or just a lot of things in my head. Remind me again what was said.
Yeah. It was a long time ago. Yeah.
Actually, Mr. Peterson was there when we had this interview, so he can remember a little bit better than I can. You got to remember, I'm old now, John.
Yeah.
You're not old. That reminds me, AARP called and want to know when you want to join them. All right, why don't we do this? Why don't we cut to a commercial break?
Yes.
We'll cut to a commercial break. We'll come back. Ryan should hopefully be rejoining us, and then we will get more into the Royal Rumble. You're watching Around the Ropes right here on the ATR Network.
Yep.
Hey, folks, this is Carl from the ATR Network. Just want to let you know we have a brand new sponsor. It's Doobie Energy. All your energy drinks with no jitters and no crash. Check this out. See you next time.
And we are back right here live on the Around the Ropes podcast like we are every Tuesday night. You can catch us. We're live right here on the ATR Network YouTube page. And Brian Peterson is back.
Oh, hi guys. sorry. Sorry.
The Dancing Queen is back. Welcome back, Mr. Peterson.
Wow.
Nope, I'm not gonna say what I'm gonna say because we're live.
Okay.
Before we get back into the Rumble,
yeah,
Ryan, you have a better memory for things. What did I say? Apparently, that Lala wants to at some point down the road.
To be honest, I don't remember.
Oh,
I really don't.
None of us remember. Yeah, none of us remember.
I think it was something about her performance, I think it was, or something.
Oh, basically translation. This is something that Carl said, but said that I said. Okay, I remember now.
Yeah.
Well, let's get back to the Rumble talk, shall we?
Yeah, let's get back to it. Yeah.
Let's get back to the Rumble talk because we still got some more to do with that. Because, guys, right before our interview with Lala, we were just getting into the Women's Rumble. And want to get into some of the surprises that we saw. Because
of course.
We ended up seeing one that Ryan actually knows this particular female wrestler quite well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Very, very well.
Yeah.
Miss Chelsea Green.
Ooh.
Why are you shushing me? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, my God.
I played right into it.
And you call yourself a wrestling fan? Jesus Christ, John.
But I want to call... Hold on. Right. I want to call out the IWC on one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And this is probably me doing something I shouldn't be doing, but I have to.
Oh God, here we go.
The people who are in the IWC, who you call yourselves wrestling fans, who were bitching a blue streak after Chelsea Green got eliminated in 9 seconds.
5.
5? Okay, I know it was a short amount of time. Why are people? I don't understand. People are bitching that WWE did her dirty.
No, they didn't.
You guys have to remember, they're making her the Karen. They're giving her a Karen character.
A caring character. Okay.
Which
Yes.
was showcased a little bit more last night on Raw. Yes. Especially with her first words back in WWE as she's tapping on the shoulder of Postman Pierce, Adam Pierce, saying, "Hi, are you the manager?" I'm like, that's a Karen move in itself.
Yeah. Now, for the older population of our fan base who may not know what the term Karen is,
Car.
Wasn't going to go that far, but yeah. Basically, Karen is somebody who complains a lot and will complain about every little thing.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Oh.
He said it,
really,
not me.
Ryan? Really?
Well, you know what? I'll take back what I said because for the first time, folks, if you've been paying attention for the last 3-4 months, he's no longer using AOL 3 minutes.
I'm gonna be nice because we're live, but I don't care for this.
What did I
do?
Okay, Urkel.
Didn't do that. Speaking of which, Carl, how's your favorite wrestler Darius Carter doing, by the way?
Uh-oh.
Well.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I forgot. He got bumped down because now your new number one favorite is the longest reigning Ace Pro Wrestling Heavyweight Champion, the #absolute Alvin Alvarez.
You mean the paper chump?
Jeez.
What are you talking about? He ain't a paper chump. He's a true champion, damn it.
He's a paper chump.
Uh-oh.
Don't listen to him, folks.
Get him back into WWE.
You're biased, Ryan.
I'm not biased. I'm smart.
Ooh. Oh, shit. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm... Yeah.
7,957 ways for Carl to kill Ryan.
I was.
Are you having a stroke there, John? Are you English?
I want to get back into talking WWE.
Okay,
let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
I love what they did with the women's because they, like I said before, you had a lot. So I want to just kind of backtrack here a little bit.
Yeah.
We talked about Chelsea Green, the fact that she's back. I said this, Ryan, to you off air. I could see her being put into like these battle royals now for the next couple of months and being the first one eliminated.
Yeah.
But ultimately, in the long run, I could see her going for one of the titles by probably SummerSlam.
Probably Summer. Wow.
Well, I mean, the 24/7 title is defunct now, so I don't know.
I know she would actually be. Now that I see her character, like she would actually be the perfect candidate for that, right?
She would be actually because just like regular Karens in real life, she will complain her way to the title.
Yeah,
I can see that actually.
Looks like we got a new comic coming in.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hold on, give me a second here.
Oh, there goes the comment.
There we go.
When will CM Punk be returning to AEW? When does he invoke his rematch clause?
We ain't talking about that. Next. Thank you for the question, but at the same time, we're not talking about that tonight because we got better things to talk about.
Oh, okay.
I'm being straightforward right now.
Yeah, I want to stay on target here because we're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. Let's just say that person's like 3 months behind.
What happened? Carl transferred his internet to him.
No, I think Carl got his internet from him.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Speaking of male Karens,
Speak of the devil. Oops.
loving the show so far. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you. No worries.
No, dude, no apologies necessary. You're good, man. You're good.
Yeah.
And if you have any comment, and if you have any, just want to say, if you have any problems or whatnot, just blame this guy up here.
Blame Canada.
No,
you don't blame Canada for anything, boss. You blame you.
You blame the bubble.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so back to talk about the Rumble.
Oh yeah, that was the thing. Thank
you.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Tell your friends about us. So anyway, back to the Rumble, and actually, I kind of want to announce the surprises that they had, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
Because I have the entire rundown right here.
Go ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
We had B-Fab in her third match ever, which I didn't even know she wrestled.
Yeah, me neither.
Also, the NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez.
Oh, that was interesting. Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah.
Natalia returned after being gone for 3 months.
You know what, man?
Also, Zoe Stark from NXT appeared in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Let's see. Asuka returned with that Kana look.
Ooh.
I loved it.
That is one thing I want to get to. You know what? She's one of the most intriguing characters that's ever going to come up in WWE, man. I'm excited to see where they take her with the Kana character. It's going to be astronomical.
Oh, I love it. Let's see who else. After that, formerly known as Dewdrop, thank fucking God they dropped that name. Yeah. It's Piper Niven.
Yes, sir. She's gonna do a great job.
And then after that was a returning Tamina.
Well, speaking of both, I think they're gonna end up having a feud at some point, right?
Oh, here's the thing: they had a match about a few months ago, back in October, I think, and it was only 3 minutes. Maybe they can actually give them more time.
Yeah.
Oh wait, you mean actually give the women more than 30 seconds?
I know, right? Let's see. Chelsea Green, whose entrance was longer than her appearance in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Let's see. Lacey Evans next. Michelle McCool, who came from the front row, by the way.
Oh, that was cool. That was
clever. I'll give him that.
Yeah, that was cool.
Then after that was also from NXT, Indy Hartwell.
Yep, that was good.
And then the final entrant, which whoever ran the timer or shit like that should be suspended or fired because he fucked up the surprise. It was someone that John loved so much, as you saw on the live stream. Let's just say he was thinking of Krispy Kreme donuts after this. It was Nia Jax.
Boo!
Now, here's an interesting fact.
Sorry, I just had to do that.
Nia Jax has not signed a contract at all with WWE.
I learned that about a couple of years ago. It wasn't just her. It was a few other people that decided to do like 1 day contracts.
Not even a 1 day contract. It was a guest appearance.
Well, that's what they call a 1 day contract. That's their way of saying a 1 day contract.
Long-term contract in mind for Nia Jax.
No.
Well, what you saw is all you're going to get for a long, long time.
Really?
Pretty much.
Maybe even to next year.
Really? Wow.
It was a one-time deal.
Wow.
But
I didn't know.
But when I heard that music, I'm like, wait a minute, that sounds so familiar. Like, what the hell? And then I hear, again the song that's number one on John's Spotify playlist. I'm not like those girls.
I thought it was My Hole.
What?
I thought it was My Hole.
My hole.
Now, here's another interesting fact.
About your hole?
No. Natalia tweeted out her outfit for this match was the same designer that did her father's and uncle's gear in the 80s.
Yeah, I noticed that. I think the hat was her father.
The hat was her father's. The outfit was designed by the same woman that did both her uncle and her father's.
Yeah.
The Hart Foundation itself.
Oh, that's sick. Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
That's cool. Also, Nia Jax. Speaking of Nia Jax, her attire was inspired by the bloodline. Apparently, I didn't realize, but it was.
They're all family.
She's related to them. Cool stuff.
I know, but I didn't. I said I didn't realize at the time that it was.
Really, Ryan?
I know. Yes, I know. I know they're related, Ryan. I know they're related, Mr. Peterson.
No, I know that. I know that, Costa. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it, Costa. It was about something else, actually.
All right.
We'll explain it off there.
Okay. All right.
But now it's time for the main event.
Oh God!
I'm going to tell you right now. The main event, the match itself, wasn't a Meltzer 12-star match because it had all your moves and Astaidos.
And it wasn't in the Tokyo Dome.
Exactly. It had the one thing that is not done anymore in professional wrestling.
Storytelling.
Bingo.
And they only went for less than 20 minutes.
Because what I loved about that was what happened at the end.
Oh, hell
yeah. That reaction.
Hold on. I will commend Kevin Owens for a guy his size doing moves like that, including that picture perfect swanton. Holy shit.
Whoa. Ryan's mic cut out.
My mic cut out? Can y'all hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, what the hell was that?
I have no idea.
My mic didn't cut out. But anyway, the swanton that he did, holy shit.
But now there's an interesting question I want to bring up to you guys and to everybody who's watching as well.
Yeah.
WWE right now is kind of in a pickle.
Yes.
And it's a good position that they're in.
What? Hold on, John. I hate to cut you off here.
Yes.
No.
You'll forget it. For those that didn't watch the Rumble, why don't I give them a little bit of a visual picturesque of what transpired?
Well,
you're kind of leaving out as to why.
Okay.
Unless Carl, you got something that's
after they went off
the match.
This was after they went off the air.
No, they were still on the air when they did this. They just weren't talking. They were still on the air.
After.
Oh, no. It was after the match. So, of course, the Bloodline is beating down Kevin Owens, blah, blah, beating down. All of a sudden, Roman Reigns decided to get a little kinky and pull out some handcuffs from his pants. Must have raided John's closet.
Oh God.
So when it came to that,
yeah.
Excuse me. They handcuffed Kevin Owens to Kevin Owens to the ropes.
Yeah.
And I guess the Usos are making fans of the Young Bucks because they kept doing super kick. The fucking super kick party.
They beat his ass.
And that pretty much. And Kevin's just dangling there. Roman Reigns takes the chair, and he's about to hit him, and then Sami Zayn steps in front of him, and is like, whoa, this has gone too far, this has gone too far. And Roman's like, you're right. Hands him the chair and says, you do it. And he's like, no, wait, what? No. I don't. He's like, he's not your family. I'm your family. Do it.
Yeah.
And, Sami took the chair. He was hesitating. Roman gets up in his face saying, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be doing all this and whatnot. Pretty much getting in his face. Roman turns around and he's taunting Kevin Owens. All of a sudden, I think they broke the sound barrier in that fucking building and on the feed too, because all of a sudden you see Sami Zayn take up the chair, whacks Roman Reigns in the back, and the pop was insane.
Yes, sir.
Now after that, he drops the chair. He looks at the Usos, and Jay is like, "What are you doing? He's not your family. He's not your brother. I'm your brother. The whole thing and whatnot." And then Jimmy, Solo, and Roman are beating the hell out of Sami Zayn. But who's standing in the corner than Jay Uso? Because again, storytelling at its best. For those that don't remember, during the Thunderdome Pandemic era, Jay was forced to join alliance with Roman Reigns back in 2020.
2020, yeah.
Almost 3 years.
Yeah.
Almost 3 years. And the fact that, and then, Jimmy's looking at like, come on, join us and whatnot. Jay gets out of the ring and he's walking to the back, leaving his bloodline behind.
Yeah, I wonder what's going to happen with Jay Uso.
I had one problem in that entire match. At the end,
what?
I had one problem.
Okay, what is it?
Roman did not sell that chair shot.
No.
Oh, the chair shot?
That was the biggest mistake they made. You want that disrespect from Sami Zayn, sell that chair shot. You sold it better when Seth Rollins turned his back on you.
I mean, to be fair, Seth Rollins actually winded up. Sami did it.
Correct.
But still, sell the chair shot.
It's funny that everybody mentions the chair shot because I saw this somewhere and I don't remember where it was, but it said that two of the worst moments of Roman Reigns' life and started with a chair, with a shot to the back with a chair. So
the first one was when Seth Rollins turned on the Shield,
exactly,
and joined the Authority, and now Sami Zayn turning his back on Roman.
Exactly.
But then again, back then Roman sold the chair shot. Yes, Seth wound up for it. Sami didn't, but still sell it. That's part of the storyline. Sell the damn moves.
Yeah, you're not wrong on that at all.
And this is coming from a fan, not somebody that's doing a podcast. This is somebody from a fan.
A fan's perspective, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
basically that's what our show is. It's a fan's perspective. But for me, that whole chair shot meant nothing because Roman didn't sell it. It was like, oh, it's another move. Okay. If he sold it better, I would have been like, what the hell just happened? But it's like, yeah, okay.
No, me personally, because of the sound of the chair shot, that I was hyped. I don't care. Like, I was just concentrating on the sound that it caused. Right, that was crazy, and the reaction in the arena from the fans in the arena. Yeah, that was.
I've seen better selling in an independent wrestling show than what Roman did.
Really? Okay. All right. Well, me personally, I can tell you that I enjoyed the moment. I think Sami is on another level now. So,
I mean, don't get me wrong, Tasha. It was great that they finally turned Sami against the Bloodline.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you want that story to go further with the Bloodline and Sami. Do it a lot better. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
But now this brings up an interesting thing now, and this is the question I was gonna ask beforehand.
Yeah, go ahead.
you're WWE. First of all, I feel sorry for Cody, big time.
Why?
Because the problem is, look at the position WWE's in right now with Sami Zayn.
Okay.
It's reminiscent of Daniel Bryan headed into WrestleMania 30, where the fans wanted Bryan. They didn't want, Batista. Because if you remember, WrestleMania 30 was originally only supposed to be Randy versus Batista. But because Punk walked out, they had to get somebody else into that moment. So that's why they started the whole Daniel Bryan thing. Now that you have that, and you have Cody back, obviously we all know Roman's facing Cody at Los Angeles at WrestleMania. But in your guys' opinion, and anybody who's watching this, leave your answers to this question as well. Who's more over as a babyface, Sami or Cody?
Sammy.
Yeah. Well, this is a difficult.
Sammy.
This is difficult to answer.
It is.
It's difficult because this is how I see things. I might be spoiling it for people, but this is how I see things. So I don't think when you say there's a contradiction between Cody and Sami, it's not, because Sami, I think they're gonna do like a 6-man tag, right? So for the WrestleMania, right? They're gonna do probably a 6-man tag for Sami and Jey Uso and whoever, right? So I don't think it has any contradiction with what they're doing with Cody Rhodes, to be honest.
Casa, I get what you're saying, but just think about it this way. You have over 100,000 people in SoFi Stadium for Mania. Carl, I'll get to you in 1 second.
Yeah.
You know damn well, you see wrestling events, especially here in a big city like Los Angeles.
Yeah.
If they don't pull the trigger or they have some sort of shenanigans happen at Chamber, let's say something happens, I can guarantee you that people are going to boo Cody because it's not Sami.
No.
From what I saw yesterday, I don't think anybody's gonna boo Cody, man, under any circumstance, man. I don't think so.
But think of this, okay? Chamber's the next one. Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What would be the biggest story right now going into Chamber?
It's in
If they pull
Montreal.
the trigger right.
It's in Montreal, so Sami is has to find a way to get over somehow, right? More over than he already is, right?
All he has to do is show up to the building, and he's over.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, what would be the biggest pop for Sami right now?
If he won, probably in Montreal.
What? Win what?
The Chamber,
He's not in the Chamber.
No.
the championship.
Ryan's thinking where I'm going with this.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Carl.
Tag team titles with teaming with Kevin Owens against the
Mhm.
Usos
Yeah,
and winning the titles.
that's what I tried to say. That they're gonna install Sami into a tag team situation. That's what I tried.
Actually, I kind of see where Costa's going with this. Okay, can I say my say on this whole thing?
Go ahead.
So, getting back to John's statement, saying it's like a taking apart situation. Not really. I know you're saying that because they both had long hair and a beard, but hear me out. Back then, it was Daniel Bryan that everyone wanted to see, and the other person was Batista that nobody wanted to see. This year, it's different because Sami Zayn is consistent, and everyone loves seeing Cody Rhodes. Like Costa said, especially after what we saw last night, I don't think they're gonna boo Cody Rhodes. Honestly, they're not. So, what they're gonna somehow do is, I said this for months.
Yeah.
That at Mania in LA, Sami will be in a title match, but not for the WWE World Universal Mickey Mouse title, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yeah.
But it's for the tag titles because at Chamber,
Yeah.
I'm calling it right now. It's going to be a 6-man tag because I have a very strong feeling that Jay is going to be going back to his dickish ways. This is all a ruse.
Yeah.
6-man tag. The Usos and Roman Reigns taking on Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens. Here's the catch. Kevin, Sami, and Cody win for 2 reasons. 1, hometown pop, of course, but 2, Roman doesn't get pinned.
Yeah.
Jay does.
Aha. Aha.
And that'll make Roman go on his little tyrant saying, you know what, this is all your fault. So you know what? At Mania, you and Jimmy, the greatest tag team of the last decade, you're gonna put those titles on the line against Sammy and I think the side Kevin Owens.
Mm-hmm.
And have them have a Ring of Honor style world tag team title match, like the 4 of them can easily fucking do on that level.
Yeah.
And then have Sammy and Kevin win the tag titles at Mania.
Yes.
Because you're building up for the Elimination Chamber in Montreal.
Yeah.
Because it would be nice to have a hometown pop of winning the tag titles there. But why not do it on a bigger scale in front of 80, 90,000 people?
I agree. That's good. Yeah, that's good too. Yeah.
And again, you're continuing the storyline of Sammy getting of 2 storylines. Sammy and Kevin with the bloodline, but also throwing Cody into the mix because he won the Royal Rumble match and he's facing Roman Reigns at Mania.
Yeah, that works. That definitely works. I wouldn't be surprised if we see that too. Yeah.
Now, this also brings up a good question. Who would Roman go up against night 2?
I heard a couple of rumors, but I don't unless they save Cody and Roman for night 2.
Yeah, I think so.
I could see it easier
Yeah.
for night 1, and it's not Roman at all. I could
What?
see another title closing out night 1.
Who? What?
Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, you know what? I can see that.
I can see that. But
Oh,
go ahead, Brian.
I have another idea because they're polling another story right now on Raw.
Okay.
And if they pull this off, then I think this should main event night 1 of Mania.
Go ahead.
Becky and Bayley, Hell in a Cell.
Wow. Yeah, I think that's the one. I think that's the one.
Getting back to Roman.
Yeah.
Sorry, just wanted to throw that out there. That would be my main event night 1.
Yeah.
I like your idea, Ryan. I love it.
Because also, supposedly next week they're actually doing that steel cage match next week on Raw.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's gonna be some bullshit shenanigans. So I have a very strong feeling that it's gonna be that Becky being the baddest heel and all. And you know how the 2 of them can fucking pull off in Hell in a Cell matches, but they never face each other in Hell in a Cell. So why not do it at the granddaddy of them all, and especially in the main event of night 1.
Mm-hmm.
And also, too, that's in the backyard of Bayley.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's true. Yeah.
But getting back to Roman for a minute, there was a push for something that actually had to stop.
Yep.
Do you guys remember what it was?
Yes, I do. There's a couple of things.
Ryan, you go first.
Well, first of all, the original plan that everyone was talking about was Roman against The Rock, but that got scratched.
Yes.
But then they were trying to pull in another legend, where apparently, if I say this name, I might be craving a beer.
Oh shit!
Wrong. He turned it down.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was getting at. Stone Cold Steve Austin, but reports came out that he turned it down.
Good. I'm glad. I'm joking.
How about a Hall of Famer that is now back in the ring that was injured prior to their match that they were supposed to have for the title.
Who? I forgot.
Edge.
Oh yeah, yeah. That works. That works as well. Yeah,
Interesting.
that works
Because
as well.
if you remember, Edge never really lost the title. He had to relinquish it due to injury. That's when he retired.
Mm.
And when he came back, he said he was going back for his title. They never pulled it because he got injured in the match down at Full Sail against Randy Orton. If you remember that match.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he was in a triple threat match at Mania in Tampa.
Right, but he never went for that belt. They didn't pull the trigger for it. Now they have a chance to do it. Yes, he's kind of in a storyline against Finn
Judgment Day.
Balor and all that.
Judgment Day, yeah.
The Judgment
Actually,
Day.
there was an interesting chemistry. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but there was sorry about that, Carl, but there was an interesting chemistry between Cody Rhodes and Edge, while Edge was helping Cody Rhodes get rid of the Judgment Day, right? There was an interesting chemistry there, yeah.
There was.
Yeah,
They were
I would
leading
be
to
interested
something.
to see that, yeah.
They're leading to something.
Yeah, there is. They are.
Okay?
Yeah.
But if they do it right, Edge at Elimination Chamber
Oh,
wins the chamber. He
Ooh.
gets to pick where he wants to go. Correct?
No.
I know it's the Rumble winner picks whoever it is.
No. But the chamber is not. The chamber is not for.
US.
It's for the U.S. title.
Yeah, they changed it this year. Yeah.
But what if they change it up?
No,
They're not gonna. They're not gonna change it up, dude. They already announced it last night that it's for the U.S. title.
Yeah.
But they can also put in they could do another match, not in the chamber itself, but a number one contenders match.
Mm.
But that will kind of defeat the purpose of Cody winning the freaking Rumble. Then that's what I'm saying.
We'll see.
But here's the thing. Remember, he's got both belts. The US, the Raw and the SmackDown.
Oh, now I see where you're getting at.
This one would be
What?
the other belt.
When it's
So if Cody goes for the Raw one, fine.
yeah.
Have Edge go for SmackDown.
Yeah, but
Even
didn't
though
they?
he's not on the SmackDown. Because you really got nobody on SmackDown that is at the caliber of Roman.
Yeah, but if I remember correctly, didn't they announce that Cody's going for both titles?
Yeah, but they can change it up though.
Look at what they did with Otis in the briefcase, dude.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. I will say that.
WWE changes things on the fly.
Yeah, they do.
They've been doing that for years.
Yeah.
Just because Triple H is in charge doesn't mean he can't change it up.
Plus, they did say that they wanted to split the titles.
Correct. So you
Yep.
have Cody win the Raw title.
Yep.
Night 1. Night 2, you have Edge win it.
Oh man, for me personally, I'm just telling you from a personal perspective. That would be fucking incredible, man. That would be fucking incredible.
I like that idea, but maybe swap it up. Do the SmackDown on the Saturday, and the Raw on Sunday.
Right.
Yeah.
Whichever way you want to do it.
Yeah.
That's the way, right?
Whatever way they decide.
Now you have Roman chasing after those belts.
Ooh.
I understand that they were trying to make him the longest reigning holder.
Yeah.
But the problem is the storylines are getting weaker and weaker and weaker. So now if you change it up, you have a better storyline because you have other talents chasing after that belt with a new holder.
Actually, yeah, you're right, Carl. And actually, I think the actual point was for him to lose it, or for Roman to lose it I mean, that was always the plan. I think in some way, yeah, for him to lose at Mania, lose them at Mania, the belts. I think it was always the plan, right?
Yeah, that was because supposedly from what I read, they're going to do probably do the draft probably sometime in May.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah.
I think like right in the beginning of May.
Yeah. After Mania, yeah.
But that makes sense though, because the last couple of years
they need to get rid of this draft shit.
No. It's good.
No, I like it. I like it.
I like when they're doing this now and not in October, a week before Survivor Series.
The reason I'm saying get rid of the draft, you guys had wrestlers drafted from Raw to SmackDown, down to Raw. They're still showing up on both shows, so what the hell's the point?
Well, that's because the title holders hold both titles for both brands.
Yeah.
It's not even him. You had other guys showing up on both shows.
No, like Montez Ford. I know Montez Ford.
Yeah, Austin Theory had the damn briefcase showing up on both shows, but he was drafted to Raw. Come on. Really? That's what I'm saying. When it was in its heyday, it was perfect because you didn't see guys on each side going back and forth to the shows.
Yeah. I kind of get that.
I see what you're saying, but I like when they do it now for the one reason, because a lot of times they tend to do it and it's usually right, like literally a week or two before Survivor Series.
Yeah,
and then it's like, okay, well, we just drafted all you guys to Raw. You guys have to now defend Raw at Survivor Series, back when they were doing the Team Raw versus Team SmackDown days.
Oh God,
so it didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
But I want to keep things moving here because we still have some stuff we need to get to. Last thing I want to get to on the Rumble before we take another break and we come back talking about the main event from AEW last week.
Yep.
Overall grade of the Royal Rumble. Ryan, let me go to you first because Acosta already gave his.
Yeah.
When we opened it.
Sorry, guys.
Oh no, you're good. You're good, buddy. But
you're good.
What about you?
B,
like 75. B or
75, maybe 80.
80. Yeah.
Because the women's title match, no disrespect towards them, that was kind of a dud.
Yeah.
And to be honest, the Pitch Black match, I was already fucking exhausted from the men's Rumble match.
Nah, I like the. Me personally, I like the Pitch.
No, I like the concept, but at that point, I was starting to get exhausted.
Yeah.
That way, when it came to the women's title match, I was burnt out.
Yeah. I get it. Yeah, for sure.
Casa, you gave yours before, right?
I gave it a 9.5 out of 10. Yeah. The only thing I didn't like was the fact that obviously Cody Rhodes got announced early, right? That's the only problem in the storyline wise.
And that's the other reason why I'm down to like a B, like 80%.
Yeah.
Well, I actually want to pull up because I actually put out a question about this on my Facebook through the Around the Ropes Facebook page, and we actually had some comments coming in. I'd like to read some of them.
Okay.
Quickly in regards to this question. Just gotta give me a second.
For this one, I'm putting you on full screen.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh God, my ugly mug. One. We had one comment coming. We had one coming in from Mikey who said that he loved it. We had another one coming from our buddy David who said, "I loved it. To hell with all the haters. Most Stone Cold fans today do too much complaining and not enough appreciating when it comes to wrestling. They don't seem to realize how hard organizing events, booking matches, and ensuring that they run smoothly really is. It's not easy. I've learned to appreciate and enjoy all wrestling shows, the great and not so great, no matter what transpires between, because in my opinion, that's what being a wrestling fan is about."
Mm-hmm.
So we had pretty much, it seems like it was mixed almost. But let me take myself off full screen because I really don't like looking at my ugly mug.
I got you, John.
Thank you. But my grade for this is not going to be. Is going to be. I'm gonna go B minus.
Okay, but what can you be? Okay, I understand this letter shit, but can you give a percentage? What's B minus? What is it? Sorry.
This letter shit.
No, I'm just.
Well, blame the United States educational system for that one.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, cool stuff.
Not a problem, man. You mispronounced my name, didn't you?
What are you talking about?
You'll see what I'm gonna do to you off air. I'm joking. No.
Oh, wait until we get on camera. That way, I guess. Nope.
All right. What's your?
Gosh, I'll explain on camera.
Yeah.
But John, can you transcribe into number form for the Canadian?
I would go 70.
70. Oh man, that's okay.
That's low.
I'm saying that for one
That's
reason.
low.
I'm saying that for one reason.
Oh yes, I know why. Because
Why?
may I?
Go ahead, I'll tell you, you're right.
Because it was because the men's rumble was too predictable. We knew who was gonna win because they announced that Cody Rhodes was gonna be on the show, and Cody Rhodes is the rumble winner.
Oh man.
So that's why I'm giving it a 70 because it was too damn predictable.
Well, first of all, yes, part of my grade is because of the fact that they announced Cody.
Yeah.
I felt that you touched on before, the women's Raw women's title match to me seemed like it could have just been another episode of Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, that was rusty. Yeah, that was rusty.
Yeah, that was
rusty.
And also, what sucked about that was they did the video package for Uncle Howdy. I thought we just saw him fucking jump off a ledge.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
That's true.
I felt that to me, the two biggest moments for me, one was a match and one was a moment.
Yeah. My
match for me was the Women's Rumble.
Yeah.
Because of, like I said it before, it had the unpredictability. It was a good guess for a lot of people that it was going to be Rhea, but they put that doubt in a lot of times where also they were pushing Raquel, they were pushing Piper Niven, they were pushing all these other people where you didn't know who was going to win.
Yeah, that's true.
And the other moment for me was Sami turning on the Bloodline. Last thing I want to say about the Rumble, first of all, Shotzi Blackheart, you drive in with a tank. You saw how long that goddamn ramp was. Why the hell did you stop the tank at the front of the ramp?
I couldn't hear what was the last part of what you said? You drive in with a tank, what?
You know how Shotzi comes in with a tank?
Yes.
The ramp for the Rumble was a pretty long ramp.
It was.
As always.
Yeah.
She was the only person who had a motorized vehicle. So I said, okay, good. Maybe she's actually thinking and is going to drive the tank all the way to the ring. No, she drives it out onto the entrance, gets out of the tank, and walks the entire entrance.
Yeah. I thought the simple thing to do would be to drive it all the way down to the ring.
Or at least drive it halfway.
Yeah. That's true.
But yeah, that's why I give it a 70 for that reason.
And I heard people hated the damn Rumble because of the music.
Oh God,
the music.
The performance. Yeah, that's.
Oh God, Hardy.
That was horrible. Yuck.
Never heard of this guy, so they're like, don't even look it up. I was like,
yeah.
No, seriously, it was. I think Costa's singing. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, Costa could say. That's fine. I meant John singing could do better than Hardy.
I'll put it this way: the fact that WWE officials,
I know, right?
were sour about his performance.
And what? And what's with
the placement coming in?
And what's with the placement with that performance? Yeah. Ugh.
Our good friend David on the other side of the pond says the Rumble got a lot of hate, but I personally enjoy it. And I think the Wyatt versus Knight match was just a small taste of what's to come. I think that this match was just the catalyst for better and longer matches in the near future.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, David's not wrong on that at all.
No, not at all.
Which, speaking about Catalyst, I did laugh at one part of it. How Jay White wasn't even in the Rumble; he was trending.
Predicted so. Right?
Oh yeah. He had the greatest appearance. Yeah, he had the greatest appearance along with Matt Cardona.
And Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rey Mysterio had the best performance of the night. He lasted 75 minutes.
Rey Mysterio. Oh, apparently he got injured. He got injured.
He got injured the night before.
Yeah,
I know.
in Laredo.
Yeah.
Yep.
God damn it.
But his Rumble
in that match. Their matches.
What? Sorry?
What?
Cody and Rhea both were minor injured in the Rumble matches.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I think from what I heard, Rhea popped her knee or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Because you can see the ref from the outside continuously talking to her, right?
Yep.
Just
And
check if
then
she was
Cody,
okay,
I think, blew out his eardrum. I think.
Cody? Was that Cody?
Yeah, Cody.
Well, what do you expect when you're getting fucking chopped by Gunther?
I know. Huh? Yeah. Those chops
hold
fucking
on.
hurt.
John, get a chance. Go back and watch Randy versus Gunther in a slap chest.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Looking at it.
I'm not.
Now, Randy, who can chop like anybody else, he felt it so bad that he actually walked away. He was like, it made him break character for a minute.
For the crowd that says wrestling is fake, you don't want to get chopped by Gunther. I can tell you that shit, man. You don't want to.
I can say this right now as somebody who's been chopped. Yeah. No.
And I'm going to say it this way. For those of you that say wrestling is fake, there was an incident here this weekend in Jersey that was not fake. You'd say it again, we will find you and beat the shit out of you.
Yeah.
But from us around here at the Around the Roast podcast, I know our good friend Bob Culture is watching. Vicious Vicky's watching. Vicky, please get better. We miss you, and we can't wait to see you back in the ring. And that's all we're going to say on this.
Yep. All right.
Let's cut to a break, and then we'll come back and talk about the AEW Dynamite main event. We'll be right back. After this.
Peace out, guys.
Hey, guys. This is Carl from the ATR Network, also the producer of the Around the Roast podcast. And I'm proud to introduce to you one of our good partners, Moonstar Smoke, right here in Animal Park, New Jersey. There's their phone number, their fax number. Guys, if you're a vape smoker like I am, they have everything you need. Also, too, if you're a hookah smoker, they have all your needs for that. Check them out. They're a mom and pop store. Sweetest people in the world, and you want to check them out. But also, too, you want to stay tuned to see more advertisements coming from them.
And we are back live right here on the On Ropes podcast. As always, check out our sponsors, check out our partners, support all of them. They do great things. But guys, let's get some AEW talk because we had a main event on Dynamite a couple days ago.
Oh.
Yep.
That was probably the most emotional main event I have ever seen.
I'm going to say this. If you did not cry at that, you're not human.
That's a good way to put it. In case people don't know what I am talking about, the main event for Dynamite last week saw Jay Lethal take on his longtime friend, Mark Briscoe, as a tribute to Mark's brother, Jay Briscoe, who passed away days beforehand.
Yeah, days before, yeah.
Actually, if my memory serves me right, when Jay Briscoe died, we were actually live on air.
Yeah, we were. We were. Yeah, we were live on there, yeah.
So it was 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago,
2 weeks ago, yeah.
And that main event not only told the story, but that brought everybody in the wrestling world together.
Yeah.
because
I will say this though, that package that they put together for Jay Briscoe was
oh my god,
incredible, man.
As I said, Casa, if you didn't cry that night,
I was
you
definitely
ain't human.
I was definitely emotional. That was freaking incredible.
the last time I cried on a wrestling, watching a wrestling show, was the Brody Lee show.
Yes.
Yeah.
the one thing
can I say one thing? I probably will get chastised for this. This was more emotional than when Brody Lee died. That tribute.
Yeah.
This was more emotional than that.
I think so.
Oh yeah, but I will say this much though: Tony Khan may have his issues with some members of the IWC, but the one thing I'll never take away from that guy is when he has to put together a tribute video for a wrestler who has passed.
Mm-hmm.
He does some of the best work I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Like one of the songs I think I have it on my Spotify or one of my playlists, is the song that they used for Brody Lee's video package.
Yeah.
And when I hear back that song, the images that I have going through my head are from that Brody Lee video. But I mean, I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm personally glad for one thing that they finally allowed the Briscoes to be on AEW TV.
Finally.
Yeah.
AEW. Warner Broadcasting allowed it.
Yeah.
And also
fucking backlashed for not allowing AEW to do the tribute like they wanted to the week before.
Pretty much.
Yeah, and I'm happy they finally allowed it.
What I loved about this match was two of the original Ring of Honor veterans in that match to close out the show.
Well, not only that, but they made everything like the last year with that match basically Ring of Honor style, because not only was it Jay and Mark, which by the way, kudos to Jay for keeping it together throughout the entire match.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, you had the referee, who was Paul Turner, who was one of the original officials. On commentary, you have Ian Riccaboni and Caprice Coleman from Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
And you have Bobby Cruz, who was the announcer for Ring of Honor. So everything about it was Ring of Honor-esque. And not gonna lie, when literally you hear those words, "Reach for the sky, boys," playing over the music, the PA system, and the crowd popped, especially got louder when Mark came out. Talk about goosebumps all over.
Yep.
Actually, I read something in regards to the "Reach for the Sky, boys." Do you know where they got that line from?
Toy Story.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That was from, because what I read
What?
the whole article. Yeah, that Jay had watched that movie so many times with his kids.
Yeah.
That became his catchphrase. And when I heard that, I was like, it kind of caught me off guard for a second. I'm like, wait, from Toy? I'm like, you wouldn't suspect Toy Story to be what led to that.
John, just think about it. A lot of the catchphrases or intros are from things you wouldn't even think of.
No.
Okay?
Yeah.
Prime example, John, you, me, and Ryan know Darius Carter very well. His intro is Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
Great band, by the way.
For the years I've known him, I'm sitting there going, where that? I've heard it. And then I'm watching YouTube with the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, and I see them playing, and I was like, son of a bitch, that's where it's from.
Yeah, and then another one is another person who you, me, and Ryan know, Lady Pacifica.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His is Larger Than Life by Backstreet Boys.
There's one even more, John.
What?
Ace Austin. AC Baby. He comes out to
Oh no, not Ace Austin. Ace Romero.
Ace Romero. Thank you.
Yeah.
shit.
I forgot the name of the song, but it's like the lyrics like Josie's on vacation so far away. Yeah, that one.
It's like, as soon as that starts playing, everybody sings it because they know it.
Yeah.
No, I got one even better. And I witnessed this at Garden State Pro Wrestling.
What?
The one called Manders.
Yes.
He comes out to Wanted Dead or Alive. When that chorus hits, right at the beginning, everyone was on their feet singing along to that shit.
Yep.
But getting back to the tribute package, what really hit me though, like really got my waterworks going, was the footage that he had with his kids, especially the one with him doing cheer practice with his daughter. That killed me because I remember seeing that video and I'm like, wow, damn, he's a really good cheerleader. But just seeing that, it's like, wow. And actually, I agree with Carl. I think Jay Briscoe, passing away is worse than Brody Lee because nobody would, especially with the way that he passed too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I have a funny story about Jay Briscoe. I apologize. I have a funny story about that. So back in last year, I actually had the opportunity to,
which you said you originally didn't, but then you contradicted yourself.
I contradicted myself because I thought originally I said I didn't work with him. I lied because I completely forgot about this. I forgot about the event because, well, yeah, a lot of shit happened that day.
John and I went for that night.
Yeah, I know. This motherfucker was texting me the entire time.
Stay off camera.
I was doing my job, damn it.
The night I kept on texting him while we were doing the watch along, when we were on the old network, I kept on saying, "Oh, there's Ryan, texting him, stay off camera."
There was speaking about that event. I just a couple days ago I was going through YouTube and I came up to the Matt Cardona.
Can I finish a story?
Right ahead, floor's yours.
And then you can talk about Cardona. So so for those that don't know, I had the opportunity to work ring crew / security for GCW when they did that show in Hammerstein. Insane atmosphere from start to finish. Insane, all around. Afterwards, when we were putting away the ring, when the crew was putting away the ring, well, I mean, I wasn't, just saying. I was hanging out with the Maximos that were there, the SAT, and also Mark and Jay Briscoe. And we were behind the building doing bullshit and whatnot. Jay comes to me and he's like, "Hey," Jay, was holding a little button. He's like, "Hey, you want to take a hit of this?" I'm like, No, I'm good, man. Thank you. I was like, more for me, thank you. But Jay was the chillest guy. Literally the nicest, humblest guy. And I was trying to go for a handshake or whatnot because Joel introduced me to him, and he's like, "Nah, I ain't going that hug him. I ain't doing for that handshake bullshit. Give me a fucking hug." Okay.
But that's the thing about the Briscoes. They are family oriented.
Oh, they're phenomenal.
And they try to instill that in everybody, be family oriented. Again, as we all say, we never know when it's our last time.
We don't.
Exactly.
And it's like they say with the politicians, shake hands, kiss babies. Okay? To be honest with you, that is the truth. Shake somebody's hand because it might be their last, or kiss the babies goodbye.
No,
as Nickelback said in one of their songs, if today was your last day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Better yet, Tim McGraw's song "Live Like You're Dying."
Oh,
yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I just want to go back. We're talking about the GCW show at Hammerstein, and I recently came upon watching Matt Cardona's entrance.
Yeah.
From that show. And I'm watching it, and Matt comes down the stairs, in typical Matt Cardona fashion, and who do I see on his right shoulder? Brian.
Yeah.
Me.
This yo-yo. But I love how he smacked Mittens. Loved it.
But here's
Oh no! He didn't smack Mittens. He spit beer on him.
That's it. Yes.
But the funny part is also there's another YouTube show that I watch that did a whole feud with Brian Myers a number of years ago. And they were doing a show at the Creator Pro school over in Hicksville.
Oh my God! I remember that show too. Oh my God!
I'm watching the video, and in case people don't know who I'm talking about, it's the YouTube show is called Grimm's Toy Show. Watching the video. Also, I'm looking, and I'm like, wait a second. There's a guy by the door who I recognize. And I kept rewinding it, fast forwarding it. I'm looking, I'm going, son of a bitch, it's Ryan. So I've seen Ryan now in a couple of videos on YouTube.
Oh, there's a few of them out there of me from Grimm's Toy Show.
But no, I popped with that though.
But getting back to the tribute.
Yes.
I love at the end, as Jay's walking up the ramp, he is finally letting his emotions get the best of him.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I also liked how they had a lot of the guys and gals have the Jay Briscoe shirt.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Now, WWE Superstars had the band that says Briscoe or Jay on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, I know they just had the funeral for Jay. I think
a
couple days
ago.
ago.
Yes, they did.
Ryan, would you please read the story I sent you?
Certainly. I'm just gonna try to find it on here. My apologies, folks.
No worries, take your time.
Where the hell is it? I just had it.
Since we are talking about this, Briscoe.
Yes.
There we go. Okay, so there were a bunch of talents that went to the funeral. Actually, another story that Carl didn't send me, but I actually saw this. Tony Khan personally got a plane because this past weekend they were doing dark tapings at Universal Studios, and afterwards, anyone that was going to the funeral from Orlando hopped on that plane and went straight to the funeral, while other talent came from wherever they were from, wherever they were at.
Yeah.
So Tony Khan actually bought a plane.
Wow.
Rented a plane for all the talent from Universal to go to the funeral.
I missed that one, but that is an honor.
That's incredible, man.
Now, besides all the past superstars from Ring of Honor, current stars from AEW, but there were a couple of names that were there. Which, by the way, also I think it's still on there. You can actually watch the funeral on the Laurel School District YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yes, you can.
How about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn were among the many people in attendance to pay their respects to Jay?
Literally, right after the Rumble, they jumped on a plane and headed up.
And they left straight from San Antonio to Delaware right after the Rumble.
Yeah. Wow.
If I'm not mistaken, I think James Ellsworth was also there from the pictures I've seen.
Yeah,
I think so. There was a bunch. There was a lot of people.
Yeah.
Actually, there was one picture I saw where, oh god, they're in the room, and Tony Khan was in this pic. It was Tony Khan, B.J. Whitmer, what was his face? Cash Wheeler from FTR.
Yeah.
And then in the far distance, I actually saw one face that I'm like, oh, I've spoken to him before. How about Bobby Fish was there?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, yeah.
Which makes perfect sense because we'll go back to those early Ring of Honor days. The
Red
rivalry,
Dragon.
yeah, with Red Dragon and Briscoes was one of the greatest tag team rivalries ever.
Now, what I liked about AEW after the main event match, you saw all the the wrestlers, male and female, on the stage wearing the Briscoe shirts. And a bunch of them are in tears. You got Chuck Taylor that was in tears. Trent was in tears. But right in the front, you saw key specific people. You saw Christopher Daniels.
Yep.
You saw Tony Khan, obviously. B.J. Whitmer.
Yeah.
Adam Cole. Samoa Joe.
Yep.
And the list goes. And Sanjay Dutt.
Right.
Because you forget that whole early, and that's the early days of Ring of Honor.
That pretty much. That's the old school Ring of Honor.
Yeah, that's the Ring of Honor that I always look forward to going onto YouTube and watching clips of.
Well, yeah, because that was actual wrestling too.
Yeah. I mean, back then when you had, if I remember correctly, you had like Nigel McGuinness versus Bryan Danielson.
Oh,
Yeah. Folks, if you've never had a chance to see it, I highly recommend going back to, it's probably on YouTube. If not, go to Honor Club. Because I think they officially open up Honor Club now.
yes, they did.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yep.
I would
Yes, they
definitely
did.
recommend go back and watch some of the old Ring of Honor stuff because
That's real. That's real wrestling right there.
Oh yeah, especially
Yes,
those
sir.
Kevin Steen, El Generico.
Kevin Steen, my guy.
Ladder War.
Which I don't know whatever happened to El Generico.
Last time I heard, he's in the middle of Tijuana, at an orphanage singing lullabies.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's the last I heard.
Yeah, I haven't heard his name in a while. I wonder if he's okay.
Yeah.
Somebody should check
It's,
it out.
it's, instead of lullaby and grenade, ole 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 ole. Oh, sorry.
But guys, anything else you guys want to get to tonight before we wrap up?
I'm looking to see. I'm looking to see right now, actually, just to see if there's anything that we missed out.
I don't think there was.
I'm trying to remember, honestly. We forgot about a return that happened at the Rumble.
What? Who?
Pat McAfee.
Oh!
Which,
How
by
did
the
we
way-
forget about Pat McAfee?
Cole and Graves' reaction.
They didn't know he was coming.
They didn't even know.
They had no idea.
They didn't know.
Nope.
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 When Cole turned around and said, I spoke to him earlier today on FaceTime in his studios in Indianapolis, that was all legit.
Yeah, it was.
His plane didn't arrive in San Antonio until 20 minutes before they were supposed to go live.
Wow.
Hey, I'm glad McAfee's back.
Me too.
Ah, ah,
Hell yeah. What?
Sorry.
What?
There's some breaking news.
What?
I don't do the graphic. No. So, obviously, we all know that WrestleMania is in Los Angeles for WrestleMania, and every time there's always shows that are happening in the area. Well, GCW is, doing their collective, and one of the events they're bringing in is Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 9. Mr. Producer, will you please put me on full screen so I can show the graphic of a dream match that is actually going to be fucking happening, and I actually might buy the pay-per-view and watch this shit. Are you gentlemen ready?
Yes.
Oh, hell yes.
Oh, are you serious? Wow.
As of today, Kota Ibushi is a free agent, and he actually and he will be appearing in a few of the events that weekend for GCW.
Wow.
So, should I start looking into plane flights?
What?
Should I start looking into flights?
Bitch, I'm gonna start walking.
Yeah.
If you leave,
and also during that weekend, one of the shows is called Gringo Loco's The World on Lucha. And one big name that they actually are bringing in for that one,
Hold on.
El Hijo del Vikingo.
Holy shit.
Oh wow.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
there's gonna be a lot of stuff to watch that weekend. Plus, also apparently it's opening day that weekend. Just want to throw that out there.
Oh, and also Timothy Thatcher will be at Bloodsport.
Really?
Uh-huh. I'm looking through right now. Also, DDT is going to Hollywood as part of the collective.
Really?
But guys, just think. Next year, it's here in Philly.
Oh, fuck yeah!
Oh yeah, we will definitely.
We will be there one way or another.
Oh, hell yeah!
What?
Hell yeah!
Oh.
And actually, yes. Kid Bandit was Billy. Kid Bandit was just announced for Effie's Big Gay Brunch in LA, which actually I will gladly run through the lineup card quickly for all the shows. Not match order, but show order.
Okay.
So starting on Thursday, March 30th, all taking place at the Ukrainian Culture Center in LA. At 11 a.m., it's the Santino Bros Wrestling Academy doing an event, followed by Josh Barnett's Bloodsport 9 at 4 p.m. Mind you, this is 4 p.m. their time.
Okay.
8 p.m. DDT Pro Wrestling, and then at 11:59 p.m. or in this case 3 a.m. on our end, it's For the Culture.
Oh, nice.
And then on Friday, March 31st at 11 a.m., it's Jimmy Lloyd's D Generation F. At 3 p.m., it is DDT versus GCW. At 8 p.m., it is Joey Janela's Spring Break 7, which was just announced that event is completely sold out. Before they even announced any matches, the event is sold out.
Wow.
And at 11:59 p.m., it is Emo Fight. And then on Saturday at 11 a.m., it's Effie's Big Gay Brunch, LA, followed by Gringo Loco's The World on Lucha at 9 p.m., which obviously we know why. There's a big time gap in the middle. Because Effie's Big Gay Brunch is going 8 hours. And then on Sunday at 12 p.m., it is from the Millennium Biltmore Hotel at WrestleCon. It's the Indie Wrestling Hall of Fame ceremony.
Nice. So, folks, if you're into indie wrestling, that's definitely a weekend you're not going to want to miss.
That weekend is definitely packed.
And now I know why. And now I know why Joey Janela's Spring Break got sold out.
Why?
Ibushi's wrestling on the show.
I love Ibushi, man. I love Ibushi.
Oh, I do too. I love Kota Ibushi. Oh God, are you serious?
What?
So is Maki Ito.
Oh wow.
Oh, hello, DDT. Duh.
Yeah.
And also, yes, I'm making noises. I don't care. Full screen, please.
I got it.
For Joey Janela's Spring Break.
Oy!
Oh God. Again?
What do you mean again?
Just joking.
And let's see. GCW for Toronto. Let's see. Not worth it. Oh, sorry, Costa. And worth it.
Sure it is. Get out of here, man.
I mean, that probably will draw more than a Maple Leafs game.
Probably. You're probably right.
Wow.
You guys don't understand. I'm not really a Maple. Never mind. I'm not gonna explain myself.
Kasha, just tap out. But folks, definitely check out, especially if you're the millions and millions of fans heading up to Los Angeles. Make sure to check out WrestleCon that weekend. Where there'll be other shows that'll be in the area, which I think also. Who's flying me to LA?
I'll do it.
Kasha, you're gonna fly all of us? Thanks, buddy. Wow, such generous Canadian hospitality. Wow.
Except you, Mr. Peterson.
Wow. This is rolling the all right. That's okay. I'll start walking to LA. By the time I get there, it'll probably be Mania.
Probably.
Yeah.
You know. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna say.
But yes, like Carl said, WrestleMania 40 will be in Philly next year.
Yeah, and in one way, shape, or form, this show will be there.
Yeah. Yes, sir. We will. We will.
Yes, the three of us will.
Oh. I may show up there as a surprise. You don't know when I'm going to show up to you.
Conte, if you show up, then assume hell will freeze over.
But guys, I don't think we have anything else to get to, and I think it's safe to say we can start wrapping up.
Hell is already frozen over because Mr. Peterson is a part of it.
Oh.
Anyway. Yes, we just.
Carl looks very confused right now.
Don't get me started. Costa. I got a whole arsenal. And why does Carl look like he's constipated right now?
Jonathan Blaine.
Oh, no.
Yes.
For once, it's not me.
You're going to wrap up the show without telling everybody the biggest thing we have coming up this weekend?
I was about to get to it.
Oh, no. You don't start wrapping this shit up before you make this big announcement again.
Okay.
Now.
Guys, Carl, can you graciously please put up the logo or the graphic, please? Yes, guys, this weekend it is finally happening. Oh, wait, hold on. This weekend it's finally happening. Myself and Carl will be down in Baltimore for Celeb Fest 6. That's 6 or 6, yeah, somewhere.
He can't
6.
We'll actually have talent coming down with us.
What?
Now, Carl, would you be so gracious and to tell the listeners who we're going to have with us?
We have the lovely Miss Larkin, the courageous Christina Marie, JC Storm, and WWE legend. Yes, I said legend. From the Spirit Squad, we've got Mikey.
Okay.
Mikey!
Coming to Celeb Fest 6.
Hooray!
This Sunday, we will be there from 9:30 till 2.
Oh, shit.
Doors open at 9 a.m., folks. But we will be there at 9:30. Because not only do they have wrestling legends coming in with the ATR promotion, but they also have World Series champions Baltimore Orioles coming in. But bigger than that, they have the legend Pete Rose coming in. So if you're in the Baltimore area, please come out and support all the superstars. And when I say superstars, I don't mean just wrestling. Because these guys are talented on the field in baseball.
Yes, it's It's gonna be a fun weekend being back down in the Baltimore area. Definitely come out, say hi. Like I said, we will have, as Carl mentioned before, Courageous Christina Marie, JC Storm, the lovely Miss Larkin, Anthem WWE, and the Spirit Squad, the one, the only, Mikey. So definitely stop by, say hi, get an autograph, get a picture, you name it. We'll have it. But Ryan, let me throw it out to you. What do you
Okay.
know?
Oh, good Lord Almighty. Well, first of all, folks, you can find me on Instagram at WrestlingMC. I rarely use Twitter anymore because I think 95% of the time that's toxic. Facebook, you can find my name, Ryan Peterson. But coming up, I took a few weeks off from announcing because I just needed time for myself. But I'm back on it next weekend, February 11th, as I'm back in the mic with WrestlePro in Rahway, New Jersey. And then the following week, I got something lined up. It's still a work in progress on Saturday the 18th. But then the next day, the 19th, I have Creative Pro Wrestling in Lynbrook, New York. And then further down, I believe, March the 3rd. March the 3rd, I am in the Boogie Down Bronx with Invictus Pro Wrestling. March 11th, I will be appearing alongside DMZ Promotions at the big event as they are bringing in Ernest the Cat Miller, Glacier, and some tag team called the Vaudevillains, Aiden English and Simon Gotch. Also on the 18th, I have WrestlePro once again with, just announced, Sean Spears, Joey Janela, and Nick Wayne. The 19th, from what I heard, I believe it's Creative Pro. Not sure. The 31st, I am with WIN in Jersey, Richfield Park, New Jersey, at the Richfield Park Whorehouse, which is Joel Maximo's promotion. I feel like I'm missing something. I think. Oh yeah, something's on the. I have something on the 25th of March, but I'll figure that out later on down the road. But again, folks, that's what I have going on the next couple of months. Yippee! And I'm not going to LA because I'm sorry, I don't have a kidney. I don't have an extra kidney to sell for a flight ticket. So,
Costa?
Yes, sir. So
and also, by the way, one more thing, Costa. I'm sorry. This is just for one person. Put this back on full screen. Tonight's episode was sponsored by Apple Pies.
you forgot to showcase our coffee this time. Oops. Anyway, it's okay.
Oh, you mean this, Coff? You mean this?
Yeah.
You mean this? That's right. It is our ATR coffee.
You have that beside you. You have that beside you like 24/7, man. You drink it like 24/7 anyway. But anyway.
Oh, quit your whining. Quit your whining. I don't know what you're whining about.
So, in my case, you can. So on Thursday, it is the first live episode of my show and Chris Rex show, The Rock and Rap Connection. Again, it's our first live show, so please tune into that Thursday, 8 p.m. I believe. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at Costa Pacneris or road2riches.ca. Type in either of those things and you'll find me. In terms of wrestling wise, I think Destiny Wrestling had an event this past weekend. It went very well and it was a good turnout. As always, I think Alicia Atut was hosting it. I think she's the official host. But there's a lot of good wrestling coming up here in Toronto. And I think GCW is, as Mr. Peterson announced, I think GCW is going to be here soon. I don't remember.
March 19th. March 19th.
Sorry?
March 19th.
March 19th. Yeah, March 19th. They'll be here on March 19th. So I believe tickets are on sale right now for that event. Again, GCW.
If there's any left.
Yeah, if there is any left, yeah. That's true because events here sell out quick. So you guys can look for tickets for that. And that's all I have to say for tonight. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Let me throw it over now to Carl.
So, for me, you'll see me this weekend down in Baltimore at Celeb Fest 6 with the ATR promotion, which is us, guys. So please come out for that. But also, too, coming up this month is just that. But in March, we have the big event, March 11th.
Yeah.
On the 18th, you have New England Wrestling Alliance up in Schenectady, New York, that John and I are the broadcasting team for. Then, on March 25th in York, Pennsylvania, you have Pay Your Dues, which we will be part of. So you want to check that out. And you will also catch me on the 31st at the SAT show. Come and check us out.
And finally for me,
Lord.
before I get to that, Carl, you can put me back on a little screen for right now. In a little bit of entertainment news, because I think this guy also had a stint on Raw. Have some sad news to report. Dr. Phil is ending his show.
What? Oh God. Well, good riddance.
It's about time.
Yeah.
It was still on.
It's still on. Yeah, exactly. That's my.
Variety just reported it about an hour ago that he will end his original run of original episodes this coming spring, after being on the air for 21 seasons.
Wow.
So
It's been
yeah.
that long?
Yeah.
Actually, John, real quick, before we get into that, I got other news for wrestling. It was known as the Maximum Male models are no longer on SmackDown. They made the leap up to Raw.
Yep.
And they're
Oh,
eyeing
wow.
Otis, apparently.
Otis is gonna be there. Wow.
Yep. Otis is going to be a male model.
Maybe then there's hope for me after all.
Good fucking Lord.
I'm sorry, but the run he had with Gable, the run he had with Gable was pretty amazing, though. So
Yep.
Let's see.
But yeah, I'll do my final thoughts quickly now.
Oh, good Lord.
Oh God, my ugly mug. Guys, tonight's been a fun show. Shut up, Costa. Tonight's been a fun show. I want to thank Ruthless Lala for joining the program. Final thoughts for me. It's been a crazy week of wrestling. Another crazy week's coming up. Also, I want to reiterate the announcement again in case you missed it. We are now on all audio. We're all there. Try it again. Take two. We are now also on all streaming platforms as well, which includes Apple iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, and many others. So definitely, if you did not get a chance to watch us live, go check us out there. The links for all of them will be posted on our Twitter and on our Facebook page tonight. So you'll definitely, there's really no excuse for missing the show. Let me put it that way. You can find me on Twitter. I'm at John_Blaine. You can find the show at Around Rope Show. You can find the ATR Network at ATR, at the ATR_network or something like that. Just type in the ATR Network and find us. Right up before we have our coffee still. Definitely try it. Some of the best coffee I've ever had. And tune in also, one last thing I'll mention, because we have some special YouTube exclusives in the works. Don't want to reveal them yet, but they're in the works.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You can find me on Facebook. Just type in John Blade. Just look for this ugly mug. You'll see me there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me as far as final thoughts go. And wow, this really looks weird now with me. Oh, there we go.
I do my job right, John.
I'm not saying anything. Good Lord. For Ryan, for Carl, and for Costa, I'm John. It's been another installment of the Round Ropes podcast. Again, we'll catch you guys. If you're down in Baltimore, we'll see you guys this weekend. If not, we'll be back here next week.
Yes, sir.
Peace.